Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Crinkles Corner. I hope you're all doing well. Tonight's episode is a mystery. So let's get started. The mysterious staircase. We don't know who built it. We don't understand the physics around it. And we don't even have a good indication as to what it's made of. Located on the plaza of the oldest capital in the U.S., Santa Fe, New Mexico, is the Loretto Chapel. Inside, the amazing, mysterious staircase. In 1873, the Sisters of Loretto, they commissioned the construction of the chapel for their new girls' school, and it was officially built 5 years later. The Loretto Chapel is very beautiful with this Gothic revival design. It has these tall, beautiful ceilings and this large stained glass windows. As the chapel was getting close to being completed, the project's architect suddenly died before he could build what was considered the most ambitious project of the job, the staircase that would lead up to the choir loft. Loretto Chapel is a small chapel, and at the very top, there's like this balcony area with railings, and that's where the choir group goes and sings. But they needed a staircase that was thin enough, small enough to lead them up there. And the architect suddenly passes away before he's able to build that small staircase. Now, where the mystery begins is with the carpenters. The Loretto sisters asked local carpenters to build this specific staircase, but they would all try and fail. They didn't know how to do it. So the sisters decided to turn to prayer. They would set a 9-day prayer sequence asking Saint Joseph to guide them and help them with their problem. Saint Joseph is the patron of carpenters. That's why they were praying to him. On the last day of their 9-day prayer sequence, it is said that an older man with his donkey came knocking on the church doors, and he told the sisters that he was there to build this staircase. The sisters were confused, but also in awe. The sisters believed it was Saint Joseph. Some believe it was an angel. This mysterious man was very reclusive. He also insisted on working alone with no one there watching him, never allowing anyone to see his work. I was raised in the Catholic Church, and I've always heard so many of these mystery stories similar to this one, how angels come and help during moments of need or desperation, and how miracles happen overnight. It's part of our belief system. It's our faith. Still to this day, if an event in my life occurs that has little to no explanation and that has me wondering, I always say it was Jesus or my guardian angel, because that's just how I was raised. We usually pray to saints for guidance, which was what the Sisters of Loretto were doing. After 3 months, the sisters came into the chapel, and the carpenter, the man building the staircase, was gone, and the staircase was completely finished. They couldn't find him anywhere to pay him for his labor. The sisters then, they decided to go to the only lumber yard in Santa Fe at the time and asked them how much they owed them for the lumber and the material used to build the staircase. The lumberyard workers would tell the sisters that the man never got any lumber or material from them at all. So what material is the staircase made of? That's another mystery. The chapel curator, Richard Lindsley, gave a core sample of the wood to the U.S. naval scientist, and he would determine that it was some form of Picea spruce. This type of spruce was not local to Santa Fe, New Mexico. This form of Picea spruce did not match up with any other Picea spruce known to science. Interesting. It's a mystery spruce. This wood does not match up with any other. There's none other like it on earth, apparently, according to Richard Lindsley, the chapel curator. This staircase is amazing. I have seen it in person. It is beautiful. There's no glue, there's no nails, there's no screws. It's put together in a way that is just kind of sitting on itself and it's holding itself together. An interesting thing about the design is the double helix. The staircase makes two full 360 turns with no central support beams and no visible means of support. It relies only on precise engineering and weight distribution. A world-renowned physicist would go and see the staircase, and he was convinced that the double helix design was integral with its inner strength. It was so far advanced for its time. There's 33 steps, which reminded the sisters of their Lord because he lived 33 years. The quality and structure of the staircase shows that whoever built it is very skilled, obviously. Until this day, it still baffles engineers. In the church, they actually have a photo that was drawn using descriptions from the sisters of the carpenter that built the staircase. Some say it looks kind of like St. Joseph, but we don't know. Can't confirm that. If you ask around, some locals, they say it was a miracle. Some really think it was St. Joseph. And some just say whoever did it was very skilled. And I think we can all agree on that. There is skeptics out there, obviously, that believe it was all done for tourism. But the question still remains, who built it? If it's just for tourism, okay, but who built it? No one knows. I mean, I feel like Santa Fe is a small town, and I describe it almost like a retirement town. Santa Fe is full of history. I mean, the oldest house is located there in Santa Fe. Most of the homes and buildings and stores are still built to using that adobe material, and it's so unique. It's a one-of-a-kind town. There's none other like it. Santa Fe is beautiful, and I don't think they need a mystery staircase to attract tourism, in my opinion. And I lived there for 5 years. It's just my opinion. Another interesting thing is the chapel curator, Richard Lindsley, he actually met with over 100 experts who build staircases and circular staircases like this one. Not one of them said they could reproduce that staircase the way that one is built. Not one out of 100 civil engineers could figure out how to build it. Interesting, in my opinion. If you're ever in the New Mexico area, I definitely recommend Santa Fe being one of your stops. It's such a beautiful town, especially in the spring and the fall. It doesn't get too hot in the summer. You can always visit Loretto Chapel and see the staircase for yourself. There is a $5 charge and it goes towards the chapel's maintenance. Definitely recommend it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Crinkles Corner. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell to be notified for a new episode. Have a great night and stay safe. Bye.